Okay, now here's the volume. How are you doing? You hear me?
Yes, I can. Well, I wanted to join because this morning I asked, okay, so what would you have me do? And it was clear, just a couple of things. And for the rest, he just really wanted me to turn inwards. So there was such acknowledgement and looking when I looked at the video from the group joining from yesterday. And when there was a question that you said, asked one of the joiners, what's the pain for? And I got a very clear answer, for hiding. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And so I said, okay, then show me. Let's see what's around the corner. And I looked straight into wanting, like wanting. Then the rest of the joining, it was like I was really lifted up as I continued watching the rest of the video. And there was just such gratitude, 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 gratitude. And then a story began running the show again. And it was about blame. So I could not get under the emotion. So I asked to join. And I joined with the mighty, and it was extremely beautiful because she kept very vigilant, and therefore I had enough space and enough reminder to stay and just have the contractions of what it was wanting, the contractions of a just contraction of from gratitude open to close. And they were just coming up like waves, and I said like to her, this is like contractions of when you are in labor, and they just came up and they were like really tight, but then they would leave again. And there was that, and then there was so much crying every time, just turning towards the miracle, and just so much crying, like, oh my God, I was so wrong, and admitting all sorts of stuff. I was so wrong. And so I like right now, so I'm going back like what's here now. I asked, is this releasing? And it was definitely releasing, because I'm not going to, but it was very tense, very, very intense and tense. And it was extremely beautiful at the same time, because I have never felt so close to the acceptance of turning to that miracle and just feeling presence and just being blown away, so, like, just such gratitude. And he was very clear after that I needed to rest. So I did. And yeah, okay, let's just say it how it is right now. I would love to like go to that experience again and release more of that contraction, but I'm not in control of this. But I want to, because there's, I think, I don't think, I know this is the ego taking over the experience again. And, okay, let's do it again, you know, that. And then just now for a while, I just couldn't hear him. So I'm like, okay, there was embarrassment about asking twice, joining on one day. And then I thought, okay, I'll just, yeah, everything in me didn't want to join anymore. And then I thought, well, I'm going to join because, yeah, I honestly, I'm just turning towards some habit of thinking and feeling like shit again. So I thought, okay, well, let's not make it bigger than it is. So let's join. And what was, okay. What I was looking at this morning was pure like this desire for self-hatred, which is to me was the contraction. Because as soon as I mentioned that to whoever I was joining with, then I could take a step back and just look at that contraction coming by, and then, you know, and then just letting it go, and then, oh wait, another one, and just, you know, crying and stuff. But it was release crying. So do I look further at the self-hatred concept? I don't know.
I just hear just be. That's all I hear, just be for now. Yes, it's a beautiful distinction when it's released, to really be clear that it's released with him. And that's so beautiful, because he's not saying not to have emotions. He's just showing how emotions can be used to keep. Expressing emotions, the ego can use those to keep something. And it's good, because when we release, when there's truly a release like that, you know, like the recognition and seeing through the error, you know, emotions can play like that. But like you're saying, there was no investment in it. And that's really helpful for the whole, to see that distinction and to ask them if it's release or holding on to, because there's lots of times emotions are used throughout a lifetime to express emotions, but it's an expression to keep it, to be right. It's an expression of being right, as opposed to an admission that I really am wrong.
Well, yeah, that is how it started. That is how it started. But as we were going down to, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? It ended up just look at the contraction and do nothing. And I guess I was just hearing something. Yeah. The whole clue was that I admitted that I wanted to do something about fear. And that's when something changed in just fully admitting I really want to do something about this fear that's here. Yeah.
That's so beautiful to see, because we are seeing with greater clarity. This fear becomes more and more clear every day with Jesus, why he needs to be in control of the atonement, to keep the ego from getting itself, you know, involved, because we can't even see where the ego is involved in this without him pointing it out so directly. The pinpoint accuracy of him asking him which miracles. That's just so, and where the play is, where we still want to play.
See the confusion that's here right now? is that what? You say exactly. Okay, here I go again. Emotions coming up. Okay. You say, he said, just be.
That's what I heard too, just be.
Yes, that's what you said. And the confusion that's coming up right now is that I immediately go, I don't know how to. But when I do let him and I turn towards him, I just cry.
It's like an acknowledgement that love's been here all along. That comfort's here all along. That infinite love's here all along, just loving and loving and loving.
Because I keep repeating the thought, but don't I need to do something?
That's the light. We're so used trying to win love some way. To be love is a whole new thing. Love is what you are. It can never be what you do. He's just showing us love's what's here without doing anything. Just looking with him because we believe so much that we have to do something. So he gives us a whole new function to quote unquote listen to him and quote unquote do miracles, but he's really directing everything to ultimately see that we can direct nothing. So it's being. It's just being. As Muji says, we're getting used to our formlessness. That formlessness doesn't do anything. Light, does the light do anything? So that it's just the falling away of the concept of the doer. And admitting that it's not exactly what we thought it was. It's just admitting that we don't know anything, like you said so beautifully several times now. I just don't know anything about this. And it's like Muji, we don't want to know anything, actually, because we can't be happy as soon as we know something.
Well, the moment I say I don't know and I turn towards what is, I just cry the whole time. And that feels so weird. So I just go back to, I don't know. I mean, I don't know then from the mind of knowing, like, oh no, this is not right.
So yeah, I just hear him saying, don't make anything wrong. You know, that's the whole point he's making. If you just lay your head on his feet and cry for a while, then that. Because if it's the release, beloved, just let that be the release. You know, he's just saying, let that be the release into infinite that it is. The release to the unknowing.
Well, the looking it was this morning that I think that there's a wrongdoer. That was the whole looking about. And the person I was joining with just kept so vigilant in talking the true thoughts that I was so pulled back to looking at the wrongdoer instead of being the wrongdoer, and then these contractions could be released.
As Muji calls it, we're giving birth to ourselves.
Yes,
It's the Christ.
that's exactly how it felt. It felt like giving birth. In the mind, these contractions I said, okay, here's another one. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like how I was, seems like giving birth. I just didn't know what to do with this whole experience and all this.
So it's good to have Jesus's interpretation always come in. Like, let him interpret it for you. So you don't have to know what to do with it. Let him interpret it.
Well, if I turn towards him now, I'm going to start crying again.
That's okay. Then bawl your eyes out, but talk to him anyway. Because it's a merging in with ourselves. See, it's just merging into where the true comfort is and ceasing to deny the true comforter.
But there's only coming up, thank you, nothing more.
Yeah. That's all there is. That's all there is to say, beloved. That's all there is. Your gratitude itself, we're gratitude. That's it. That's who we are. So that's all there is to say.
I guess I still expect myself to feel fine or look differently because, of all the mystic experiences where I'm still looking through the eyes of the body. So I'm still expecting something. Step by step, I'm hearing.
This is a beautiful thing that you're saying because it's a common, remember what Jesus said. It was so helpful. Oh my God, I feel so much love saying this, to see that you are the mystical experience until you decide to have an experience otherwise. So it's very simple. Presence is very simple. It's what is. We wanted, that's what it's like, well, how come the lights haven't gone out? I'm waiting for all the lights to go out in all the nearby cities. Because that's the play in consciousness. It staples an idea of what gratitude is, what love is. Love is what is. That's what's here already. It's just accepting it and ceasing to deny it. And so let it. If you put your head at his feet and cry for a while, hey, it's helpful. Just say, Jesus, is this truly helpful? And then curl up with him and bawl your eyes out, or, however the expression is the energetic release of the idea of a personal identity.
Okay, that's very helpful what you're saying now. That this is just a releasing going on. Because it just doesn't make sense to feel this gratitude, yet to cry like a little baby. It's just, there's still two things going on.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. It's the release of the idea that there's someone separate. And gratitude's the natural, that's the expression of the miracle within opening up, the flower blooming of the truth within. There's not two things. Ask Jesus so you can be really clear on what's happening. See, the ego is it'll try to kind of coalesce itself and describe the experience or what it is, but you just keep going back to Jesus. Okay, you tell me what this is. So it just cuts off that interpretive function of what's happening. It's all expression of divinity in what is, as it is, whole and complete, crying, but it's infinite love in recognition. And it's touched, the heart becomes touched by this, what's beyond the idea of a personal identity, and expresses out as infinite gratitude. That's the song of infinite life. That's the song of the infinite playing. And the ego would try to make even that wrong. That's the release
There's a bit of settling in right now.
Yes, yes. Talk to Jesus. This is good. What else does he say? He's so much love in that. What else does he say?
Well, I still have, when I turn towards him to try and listen to him, I just start crying again.
It's okay. It's just gratitude pouring out. That's all it is. Gratitude for that light within, taking us home. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for showing me everything that you promised in A Course in Miracles is true. That's all it is. We're just turning into ourselves, into the light within. That's the kiss of love within. That gratitude is the kiss of the infinite. Of grace. Amazing grace moving through.
Yeah, if I ask something, he just says, just be with me.
Yeah. Very
He's not
gentle.
giving me any pointers about denials or anything right now. Just rest and just be with me.
Yeah.
And join when needed. Okay. Oh yeah, a thing I heard, that it's really time to fully practice not making decisions by myself. And I have to tell myself right now that I have to be aware that I'm already following a lot, even though there is a thought there all the time telling me I'm not at all following. Because I just like, yeah. He says it's just really practical how the following is done. Like what he said today, no phone calls, no this, no that, just do the washing that has been piled up and go inwards. And he says, that's following and listening. And I'm still making it like, oh, you're gonna tell me to get in the car, drive to the city, buy this, make it like that. But it's really all the normal things, but now I decide which order and when and how, and I will prompt you. Yeah. Because I am still using an ego thought, a doubt thought to totally bring myself down, that I'm not following and listening. But he keeps telling me it really is doing the dishes, walking your dog, and making dinner. Just keep joining with me. Or like, yeah, it's practical to share this. Okay. Like when you said 15 minutes until we can join, I heard immediately, go make dinner now. Because I usually make dinner like around now. And he said, go make dinner now. So I went to go make dinner. It's just those little practical things. It's not boom. Yeah. Like right now, I was doing mind wandering. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I was doing mind wandering and I heard, no, don't go there. is that's following prompts too. Stay with me.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Good reminder. Oh,
And I have something else that I wanted to ask because it felt so weird. Yesterday, well, whenever I was listening, I was having a conversation and someone was talking a lot, and I really stepped back, and I wasn't listening to the conversation anymore. And I was like being coached, like, look at this thought that you're having about, and look at this. But I wasn't into the conversation that was seemingly in front of me anymore. I was like listening and having a conversation with the guidance and being taught shown how my thoughts were popping up from whatever seemed to have been happening in front of me. And and I thought, whoa, is this right? Because it became about the coaching of my own thoughts instead of anything outside of me. And I thought that was so weird. And so I really wanted to just check with the mighty if that's.
yeah, let's go to him. I hear him saying, that is your only function, to listen to me, because there's nobody outside.
Because it didn't become about having a conversation. It was totally about him showing me, oh, look how this thought goes out now, and then let's bring it back. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot there's someone talking to me in front of me. And that I was like, whoa, this was weird. I was out of.
Let's just ask him. It feels like that's your function right now. That's your function. But ask him. Let him tell you. You have one loyalty, and that's to the voice within.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is I'm just really practical. Okay. Yeah, I also wanted to mention, just to put it out there and then let it go, is how much ego constantly wants to take over, that there's a person that is listening and following. Like, look how well you're doing, taking it over again, like Margriet's doing all of this. Oh, look how well I am doing and how well I am doing this.
Yeah, we can ask him. It'll play like that for a while. He'll help you move through it. Ask him about it. It's just a play.
Yeah, yeah. It is again what we started with, just the washing away of the personal identity. But it's extremely uncomfortable when I think that, so I don't want to go there. Yet it comes up.
Muji says something really fun. If you treat it like a hot potato, you'll drop it.
But I don't know. I'm really good at burning my hands and holding on. Really, really good at that.
Jesus goes, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd rather have a hole in my hand than drop that potato.
That's the play, all right. Yep. But he's saying, see, our tolerance had becoming high. But see, now that we're so released so much, we just catch it quicker. So the potato feels hotter. And, before it was, you've heard that story. If you put a frog in hot water and you, this is just terrible. And turn up the heat, you know, it doesn't realize the flame's so hot and it's getting boiled.
Yeah.
But now we're like, so it's like
Yeah.
putting your hand on a hot griddle.
Yeah.
Because
Right away.
we're now seeing what we've been tolerating before. And now he's saying that you can hear him too, you know, I'll tell you, because we're asking him, Jesus, can you wake me up when I'm starting to mind wander? You know, we just asked his help for more and more things like this. That's the experience here. I just asked, all right, I saw that. All right. What? And then I asked him, okay, do I look at this? Or, you know, and like he says, some things will just wash out. Some things he wants us to look at. You know, some things are just going to fall away naturally because they're so insignificant. He's bringing us to the things that are most important for the falling away of personal identity in the most, boy, he's getting me efficient and effective. So glad he brought me to read that part of the text. Because when I read it, it was like, I don't know what I don't understand this. Why is he giving them a talk of efficient, effective? Now I understand. The precision of the one who knows to know where the bones are buried. That's just, whoa. And when we're helping each other with that, like so wonderfully, listening to Jesus speak through each other, it's just.
Okay. Yeah, he keeps saying the word pressure. I don't know why.
Mm. Well, at least he's reminded me to, because that kind of rises up, because I can see that with this hard driving, seemingly part of personal identity here, you know, well, I'm just going to keep looking. No, he's in charge of the atonement. So the ego gets involved, and I'll look again, sort of, you know, and now I got to look at something else. And it's humbling and it's happy because then we can just rest with him and let him be in control of the atonement.
Yep.
You know,
see now sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
When you say something that is right straight for me, I already start crying again. It's like when I hear my answer, it's just like it hits me really deep somehow. Because, you know, I say pressure and you give me the answer straight away. I want to work at this. I want, okay, give me the next denial, next denial. You know, I don't care. I'm so fed up with this personality shit. So just give me the next one and the next one. And I think he's trying to, through you now, saying, no, it's time to rest now. I'm in charge and it's time to rest and just be with me. Yeah, okay.
And then that's the message for me too. That's really the beauty, you know.
No pressure.
That's the message for me coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
No pressure. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing more to say, he says. Just rest. Mm. Yeah, and he's also saying though, step by step, and I'll take you there. Or we're already there, but he guides. Yeah.
You just feel the holiness in that. There's like so much holiness in it.
Well, I'm still on the crying.
So,
That's okay.
yeah, it's okay. It's precious. You know,
Okay.
it becomes the precious expression of wholeness of what is. It's just seen in its wholeness. In purity and love and light. And
I was just having some resistant thoughts coming up, but I mean, just feeling that contraction again. But I don't have to do anything. I just look at it. That's it. Don't even ask for the denial right now, he says. Just look at it with me. Don't give it words. Okay. I think we're complete.
mm-hmm. So much love, Marguerite. So much love. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What a gift, this holy purpose together. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing us together.
Thank you.
Amen.
Bye-bye.